Well, Mike, an eventful game, but you got the win in the end.
Yeah, it was. It was tricky conditions again with the wind and the rain and everything. It was. We were lucky it was on really. I think there was 3 of them that were seeing the referee about 12:30, they wanted it off. But thankfully the referee said, yeah, go for it. So yeah, please.
Let me ask you about the 2 red cards for Maidstone in the first half. That clearly is the talking point and the turning point. If you were the Maidstone manager, how would you be feeling tonight about those?
I'm going to do an Arsene Wenger and I'm going to say I didn't see it. But no, I did see it. Personally, for me, I thought it was a sending off for both of them. So, whenever we get things like that, it just seems we get sent off. So why not, I think, to be honest. But it was down to 9 for them, but I thought we were the better team when it was 11v11 anyway, so it's pleased that it's worked out for us really.
They say it's hard to play against 10 men, but against 9, how hard is it? Because the expectation is on your shoulders throughout the game, unless you get a fair sent off, of course.
Yeah, I think it would have helped if Twiney would have scored the penalty from when the lad got sent off. If we go in at half-time 1-0 up, then they come out with a slightly different formation to what they did do. They basically sat back and it became difficult to break down. But we had enough chances again, we're just not sticking them in the net. So for me, it's just as hard to break 9 down as what it is 10, to be honest. Especially when they set out like they did second half. So yeah, please.
You get the goal, is that straight from the training ground, just a corner or a header from Luke Haynes?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's a couple of things to go without giving too much away. But yeah, just 3 or 4 different changes of corners and set pieces. There's the odd time today when we've messed it up and we're not happy with the lads because they've messed it up basically. But it's going to take a few weeks to get everything that we want. But overall, I think we deserve it really on that.
Now the wind and the rain, you can hear the wind almost blowing the stand away as we do this interview on BBC Wiltshire. How hard is it in those conditions, and what do you say to the players before the game as far as playing those conditions is concerned?
Well, a couple of weeks ago it was just as bad when we lost, we were 5-1 down at half time when, a couple of wind assisted goals from a couple of dodgy referee decisions, and we just didn't want that to happen again today. So we just said, look, we're going to set up this formation that we worked on Tuesday and Thursday, not really knowing it was going to be this windy, and it worked really well for us. So we slightly changed it. We put in Nathan up front with Zeb, so we went 4-4-2, and we were managing to hold on to the ball a little bit better up front and then bring other people into it, which, when we were getting the ball down was difficult at times today, but when we did, I thought that we sort of played that quite well, quite nicely.
And back-to-back wins now, 17th on the table, the dizzying heights of.
Yes.
It's a big boost, clearly.
Yes. To be honest, I don't even look at the league. It's Macca and Oski that look at the league and Borg. So I'm petrified every time I see us down the bottom. So it's not a pleasure for me to have a look. But I think a couple of results went with us today as well, didn't they? So that was pleasing. But I'll only be happy when we're truly safe and we're up there. And it's a long way to go. We've got 13 games. But we're on the right tracks, definitely.
Not just about the dizzying heights off, but it's clearly a boost. It gives the confidence that the lads have been needing, and it's getting the results. And you and I talked about this the other day. We've had so many games this season, both with you as the manager and under Mark Colley, when results didn't go your way. We've gone and picked up those back-to-back wins now.
Yeah, it just brings a bit of confidence. It brings even more belief in the players with us as well. We're not asking them to do anything that they don't already know. We're a little bit more organised, I would say, and with a couple of signings, like with Alex Bray that's come in today for his first game. He's had the flu actually all week, so that was why we didn't start him. Nathan Jarvis fantastic again for 8 minutes, so we were never going to play him 90, but we kept him on as long as we possibly could. And then we've got Luke Russ, who's on loan from Bristol Rovers, that we're hoping to extend until the next end of the season, which hopefully that will be negotiated this week. But he will never get man of the match. But for me, week in, week out, Luke Russ is man of the match because of all the running, all the little tackles, all the little headers. If you know the game of football, you watch what he does. He is fantastic for us.
You touched upon Alex Bray. I'm old enough to remember his dad playing for Chippenham back in the 1990s. Just what will he bring you, do you think? Because you've been looking to get more wide men in, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, I spoke to his dad, Marcus, this week, and he was ecstatic that he was coming to the club, and that was a big reason for Alex to come to the club from his dad's point of view and listening to what we had to say. Again, a lot of thanks have got to go to Neil, the chairman, and John Applegate for making this happen, because we've had to buy him, we've had to get him out that contract, and I've been looking at him now for a good sort of probably 12 months, and we're lucky enough that we made a phone call into Josh Gowling at Hereford United to say, look, any chance that we can have him. So once we spoke to him, he was going to sign for us, and that was great.
What about potentially bringing more in? I know you can't talk about Carnell Chambers, but we know he's been suspended in the short term at least. You're missing Jay Folsom today, Dave Pratt. Are you trying to bring more in? George Rick, of course, getting that injury today too.
Yeah, I don't think Pratt is going to be out for 6 weeks like we thought it was this time last week. We think it might be 4. The long and short of it is we will definitely always be looking. The chairman said that he's going to make some funds available for us. Hopefully you can see, with people like Alex that we're bringing in and Luke Russ and people like that they are good quality players. And they've got to be better than what we've got, or else there's no point bringing them in. So, there's to get those 2 players, we've probably spoken to 33, 34 players in the last month since I've been here. And a lot of them have said no, not interested, don't want to get into a relegation battle. So, which is, it's disappointing for me, but then that's probably not the character that I want. So when I said that to Alex, when I said it to Russie and Hainsey and all them, they were only too pleased to sign on the dotted line and help us out.
And to finish, you talked last weekend about trying to get another goalkeeper in to give Will Puddy a bit of a rest. Any more developments there? No,
the England under-18s goalkeeper, Zach Jacob, didn't want to come. In the end, he felt he should be playing higher in the conference. The other goalkeeper agreed to sign on the Thursday night, and then on the Friday changed his mind. He's actually signed for another league club now as well. So the only reason we're looking is to rest Will occasionally, because his shoulder is bad, and he's doing a lot of therapy, and he's got a lot of painkillers that he's having to take to get him through a game. We can't train him on Tuesday. We're just having a little light session with him Thursday so that he's okay for a Saturday. So the best thing that we need to do at the moment is just look after him. He's done well. But what I would say is that the best thing that the team can do for him is do what we did last week, was keep chances to a minimum, and we did that again this week. So it's pleasing when he's got not a lot to do.
We'll leave it there before we get blown away. Well done today. Thank you.